Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. Join the tribe every single day of the week to stay updated with topics such as how to improve your career, how to design a speech on the fly, and how to network better with others. Join the tribe by hitting that subscribe button right on below, hit that bell notification, and never miss another video again. In today's episode, I'm going to describe the differences between a job, a career, and a calling. Here is the simplest definition that I can give you. A job is something that you do with your body. A career is something that you do with your body and your mind. And a calling is something that you do with your body, mind, and heart. So a job. The thing with a job is most people have it because we need to have it. Without a job, we won't have money, and without money, we won't have the ability to survive in society. So people get a job for a variety of reasons, and you will typically see, let's say you're whining about something. Let's say you're like, well, why are these people that work in fast food services so lazy nowadays? How come they never show me customer support? They suck. The reason that they suck is because their heart and their mind, it's not really engaged. What's engaged is their body. They have been taught a set of processes that they have learned to mimic, and that's all they're in there for, because they're simply coming for the paycheck. So they're not really coming to deal with your complaints, your emotions, etc. You're dealing with someone who views whatever they're doing simply as a job. Where someone who views it as a career, these people will actually take the time to be like, whoa, one of my customers is upset at my establishment. I need to do something about it. And these people often are the managers. They will come to you. They'll be like, sir, why are you upset? You had to wait how long for food? 30 minutes? No, but we're called fast food. You're not supposed to wait for 30 minutes. You're supposed to wait for 10 minutes. Okay, how about this? I'm going to give you a refund. I'm going to give you this meal on the house. And this person, afterwards, they think, well, how can I prevent something like this from happening again? They're getting their mind involved. They're not just getting a set of processes that they learned in the first 3 weeks of whatever position that they were being hired for, and sticking with that. They're getting their mind involved to use their imagination to see how they can stop bottlenecks in the future. This is the person who is most likely viewing whatever they're doing as a career. Now let's take it a level further. Let's say that this person has viewed this establishment as a career for long enough. Eventually, he's like, well, let me get another establishment like this, another one. And now he has a couple of different people who view their line of work as jobs, and a couple of people who view their line of work as careers operating underneath him. So these are different types of archetypes. And what he needs to do is he needs to unify them in a unique way where they will continue to provide exceptional services. So people will continue to come to his establishments. He will continue to make money, and he can continue to expand. This requires a lot of work. And you know what makes work feel effortless? When your heart is involved. When your heart is involved, it doesn't feel like you're doing work. It feels like there's a force moving through you and you're just showing up. That's when you have a calling. And you can't simply have a calling by focusing on yourself. You have a calling when you put yourself in context to society. So this guy who has all these other people working for him, he'll say something like, look, guys, if we're not on point, what will happen is that our community, they won't have coffee. They won't have their bagels. And if they don't have their coffee and bagels in the very morning, you know how their day is going to be? It's going to be jaggedy. They're going to be angry. They're going to lose their temper in their own respective fields. So we are an industry that creates ripple effects on society. Do we want to create an empowering ripple effect or a draining ripple effect? This is the language that someone uses when they have a calling. They really believe that they are doing some sort of mission. And these are the people that are super thick-skinned. Other people will come and say, well, coffee isn't that good for you. These people have blinders on where they'll hear it, but they know how to ignore it. Where a person who works a job, they're a lot more sensitive because this isn't something that they want to revolve their life around. So the fact that they're even revolving their life around it at all, they expect praise. And when you're not giving them praise, they get somewhat offended. A guy with a calling understands that they're not always going to get the praise. A lot of the work that they are doing, it's never going to be understood by someone from outside the club. You only need to be within the club to understand the amount of work a person with a calling really puts in. And the thing is, you don't always need a calling with a company. Sometimes a person has a job, right, where they're getting a paycheck. They eventually get a career where they're moving up. They're using their mind within whatever is giving them a paycheck. But the real calling could be being a great mom, or being a great dad, or being a great philanthropist. Things that don't necessarily relate with money. So just because someone is not that good at their job does not mean that they don't have a calling. Okay? And just understand that there's a difference between all three. The job is something that you do with your body. A career is something that you do with your body and mind. And a calling is something that you do with your body, mind, and heart. Learn to distinguish among the three. If you enjoyed today's talk, go ahead and drop that like for me right on below. And thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel.